and walk us through the latest, because I do know that Barron's was one arguing last week it was time to sell, and then we've seen shares, pull back about 20, almost 30% since then. So
Palantir has lost a quarter of its value in the last week because of two headlines. First, Alex Karp's plan to sell.
Defense shares of Palantir are falling again today. In addition to those fears of defense budget cuts, CEO Alex Karp adopting a new stock sale plan. Our Robert Frank has the details on this and maybe the broader picture at the company. Robert.
Yeah, Mike, a lot of confusion and debate over these numbers, so let's give them to you. SEC filings showing that Alex Karp has a new plan to sell 10 million shares this year. That would be worth just under $1 billion based on today's.
Now, to the bears, this is going to sound like copium, but it's called a plan for a reason. Okay, so you'll see in this previous plan last year, it's up 48.9 million shares, which 40.7 were sold. And we're planning on about 10 million this time around. And as you heard the commentator say, right now, that's worth around $1 billion. But if you do remember Karp selling last year, he sold in the 40s, okay? And so it's over double that now, and it has been above the 40 range for a while now. So I don't think there's a lot to fear when it's considered a plan.
But guys, when you have so much of your wealth concentrated in one stock, it's natural you're going to want to diversify. And by the way, Alex Karp sold those shares last year at an average sale price of around $48 per share. That stock, of course, more than double that now, even with this drop.
Now, he makes a good point about diversifying your portfolio. And in this picture, you're going to see Peter Thiel, Shyam Shankar, and Stephen Cohen sell a little over $1.5 billion. When you add that to Alex Karp's $2 billion, you're looking at about $3.5 billion sold last year. And to utter his point and extend upon it, yeah, these guys should be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. They've grown Palantir to the level that they have, and they need to diversify their own portfolio. If Palantir is the only thing they're holding and it goes down 90%, well, I mean, these guys have mortgages, they have taxes to pay, all that jazz. And so just like we do, just at a higher level. And the second reason, the U.S. government announced an 8% defense spending cut.
Stocks, we certainly know what it means for Palantir, because Palantir has been really selling off pretty sharply on these reports.
Now, if you recall from the Palantir 2024 earnings, about 40% was from government spending. And so that's a pretty large sum out of their total revenue stream. But you're talking about an 8% cut from the government, and then a 25% cut from the stock price. Now, there's a few reasons I don't think this is going to be a huge impact on Palantir as much as it is shown in the stock price. A couple of them are going to be, well, one, the cuts haven't happened yet. They still got to get approved. And beyond, in that same reason, you got to know what is being cut, okay? And then the second part is the commercial sector has just continued to grow and grow and grow and compound year over year over year. And that's what most investors are banking on, really, is that commercial growth. Because if you've been a long-term investor, you know that the government revenues have been a little inconsistent. Slow growth, quick growth, slow growth, quick growth. But we're looking at to maintain that high growth percentage in commercial revenue. Now, you let me know down below, do you think Alex Karp selling / the defense budget cut of 8% per year is going to be a big impact on Palantir? Are you selling? Have you sold? Let me know down below what you think. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shorts looking at this and thinking this is GOAT, but I'm still holding. My average is around 24. I do want to buy more if it hits $80. But you let me know what your plan is, and I'd love to chat down below. Thank you. Have a great day. Do something that makes you smile today.